Hi everyone, greetings for the day. This is the video demonstration of the task 5.1p of embedded system development, which is about Raspberry Pi and making a GUI. Now starting with the task objectives, this task requires us to develop a simple graphical user interface to control the LEDs connected to the Raspberry Pi. The initial step involves constructing a basic circuit with three LEDs designated as green, red and blue. Subsequently, we will create a GUI using Python with the libraries mentioned in the task sheet. This interface should include three radio buttons, each corresponding to one of the LEDs, and an exit button to terminate the application. The main task here is to implement a functionality where selecting a radio button activates the associated LED while deactivating the others. Moving towards the hardware requirements, in this task we are going to make use of Raspberry Pi, a breadboard, three LEDs and a jumper wire. Moving towards the hardware setup of the system, in this setup we are going to make use of three LEDs which would be connected to our Raspberry Pi's GPIO pins, and then we are going to toggle them using a GUI. Before wiring, let's clarify how our circuit is structured. The Raspberry Pi's ground pin would be connected to the negative rail of the breadboard. This acts as a common ground for all components. Each LED would have two legs. The longer one, which is anode, would be connected to a GPIO pin, while the shorter would be connected to the negative rail. Uh, Describing the GPIO connections, the red LED is connected to the GPIO pin 17, the blue one to GPIO pin 22, and the green one to GPIO pin 27. Each of these GPIO pins would act as a voltage source, turning the LEDs on and off by supplying the voltage. Now coming to the working principle, when a GPIO pin is set as high, it provides a current flow and the corresponding LED turns on. Subsequently, when a GPIO pin is low, then the LED turns off. Now coming towards the software and the code part, here we are going to see how our Python script would control the three LEDs using a simple GUI, making use of tkinter and GPI0 library. This script would allow us to control the three LEDs in a GUI by clicking the buttons for subsequent LEDs. The main goal here would be to ensure that when a button is pressed, the LED for the button remains on while the other remain off. We have first of all defined the GPIO pins that control the LEDs. The LEDs are connected directly to the GPIO pins as we have defined in the hardware part of the demonstration. Then we have created a tkinter window which would serve as our graphical interface. The window would include buttons for each LED and an exit button as described in the task sheet. Then we have defined each LED as a toggle function such that when a button is clicked, the corresponding LED turns on. The button label would update indicating its new state, and the other LEDs would automatically turn off. This would allow a one LED at a time behavior. After we have defined a close function which allows to safely turn off all the LEDs and to clean up the GPIO resources when the exit button is pressed and the user exits the program. Then after defining how the GUI would graphically look, we have defined a win.main loop function which would help in keeping the GUI running, which would allow real-time interaction with the LEDs. Now let's move towards the video demonstrating the working of the system.